Tonight Mercedes goes on that pole for the last time.
I ain't nobody punk.
You everybody punk from what I heard.
Who punk now?
If I could just push this casino development through, I could do more for this city. I jeopardize all that for a stripper.
You don't know who I am.
We about to turn it up.
What's up YouTube? It's your boy, it's your homie Futuristic Mike, and I'm back with another P-Valley video if you're new. Make sure y'all leave your theories, comments, everything down below in the comment section for season 1 of P-Valley. If you're a fan of P-Valley, if you love P-Valley, hit the like on this video. If you're new to my channel and this is the first time you're finding me, subscribe, turn on those post notifications so you can always see when I'm dropping some content so you never miss any P-Valley news. Now today this is going to be the recap for P-Valley season 1 episode 4. The title to this episode was The Trap. So I'm just going to be recapping the episode. I'm going to talk about the key points in the episode and Mercedes' plan and her dream in this episode. Man, her dream really goes up in smoke. You know, it didn't go how she planned. And we're going to talk about that later in the episode. I feel so bad for Mercedes. But yeah, let's just talk about it before we dive into it. If you guys enjoy discussions like this, please be sure to give the video a like, subscribe, and turn on those notifications so you can never miss any other uploads. Now the 4th episode opens up with Keyshawn, who is Miss Mississippi, entertaining a disrespectful guest in the club. He degrades her and her profession as a whole until Mercedes shows up and essentially says, you know, he needs to fork over some cash or get the hell out of the club. This dude is being disrespectful as hell. Mercedes called this dude Freckles, I guess because he had freckles on his face or whatever, and this dude did not like that at all. He digs his grave even deeper when he throws money on the ground for Miss Mississippi to pick up. You know, Diamond comes in and he chokes him the hell out until he picks up the money. Diamond tells him to hand it to her like a decent person. He was like, who the hell you think you is, man? Hand it to her, hand the lady her money. And then he grabs him by the neck and tosses him the hell out. Now Mercedes tries to make Miss Mississippi feel better after the incident. It kind of got to her and she felt some type of way about it. She starts to wonder if maybe he has a point and what they're doing is wrong or degrading in some way, because this dude is really disrespecting her and saying like, why should he give money to half-naked girls who are grinding in the club and stuff like that. So she kind of just thinks about it like, man, maybe he is right. Now Autumn Night goes and picks money up from the wire transfer and she takes it to her apartment and she douses it in alcohol. So she dumps all this stuff in alcohol, I assume to clean it out or try and wash the print off the front, likely so they can't tell where it came from. Now at the bank, she tells them a client spilled beer all over her cash. At her soon-to-be gym, Mercedes meets up with the building owner, who is St. Clair, and they talk about her goals and the opening of the place and everything. She says she's trying to sell an experience. She's gonna be doing subscriptions and stuff like that. Her plan is to charge $200 for the girls to get a subscription, allowing them to take a variety of classes and build up their skills. Now the building owner tells her that maybe she should do $250 instead of $200. She said she wants them to buy the subscription to see if that's what they really want to do and see if they have what it takes to become a Chucalissa challenger. The lady tells Mercedes like, you should try leasing a place instead. Not trusting in her plan to succeed, but Mercedes says she's committed. Still, she'll need to pay the down payment ASAP if she wants to get the place before somebody else does. So she has to come up with the money, and that's why she wanted that $20,000 from her mother in order to get a place for her dance crew. Now Patrice, who is Mercedes' mother, is busy singing in the bank drive-thru when a homeless man approaches her car and tosses her a coin. Then she closes out her account and takes the check with Mercedes' money. Let's just hope she actually gives it to her daughter. At this point, you know, I'm thinking that she's actually gonna give it to her, and we're gonna get into this a little bit later, but that's not what happens. Then we get to the pink, where Gidget tries to give Haley a quick lesson in pole dancing. By the end of it, she sort of gets the hang of it just in time for Uncle Cliff to come in and see her, Gidget, and Keyshawn together. Uncle Cliff is like, oh shit, okay. You guys can be the new trio when Mercedes leaves, so he was feeling what he was seeing. Although Miss Mississippi and Gidget have other plans, they're going to be a duo called Salt and Pepper. Uncle Cliff asks Autumn Night to come see him in the back office. Once they leave the room, Mississippi reveals to Gidget that she overheard Cliff and Andre's conversation in the Paradise Room about a casino coming to build over the pink. Now Gidget doesn't think Clifford would let that happen. Now Mississippi says it sounds like he doesn't have much choice in the matter. Now in Clifford's office, he tells Autumn that after some more researching, he's discovered that the guys that are planning to build the casino are willing to shell out major cash for the property. He said that Corbin and the Kyles are worth about $500,000, yet they're making almost $6 million. Autumn asks how much they offered Clifford, and he admits that they haven't because while he owns the pink property, he's in debt. But he does sound confident that Mercedes' last dance will get him out of the red. You know, he thinks that's gonna get him out of complete debt. Autumn isn't so sure that will be enough, and some part of Uncle Cliff must agree. The whole reason he called her in there though is to ask her if she'll go back to Andre to find out more information. Now she's not interested, thinking he's a creep and stalker with pictures of her on his laptop. Now Clifford's like, look, Andre takes pics of everybody. You're not that special. Uncle Cliff shows Autumn that he has pictures of him on his laptop too. Like, this dude takes pictures of everybody. She thinks that he's being weird and creepy and stalking her or whatever. And Uncle Cliff is just like, nah, he does that to everybody. Now Andre is in the middle of a business meeting with a key investor on a casino deal with his father, Mayor Ruffin, beside him. During the web chat, Andre lets it slip that they may have a problem with the pink, although the mayor assures Bill that they're going to move along the foreclosure to get the property on the market sooner rather than later. Now let me just say this, man, the mayor is a real nasty piece of work. He confronts Andre after the call about telling Bill things that could ruin the deal. Like this, the mayor really wants the deal to go through with the casino and the property and everything. He really wants the deal to go through. He instructs Andre to stay away from the pink and get the Kyle deal done by the end of the week while he handles Clifford. Now he doesn't want anything getting in the way of his plan to get the casino in town and have money, he says, rain down on Chucalissa. Mercedes' mom is raggedy as hell. Like, I can't stand Mercedes' mom because of course she can't seem to get in touch with her mother to go pick up that check. She visits her daughter's new house and sits in Terica's room, missing her daughter, calling her, but she is also unavailable. So Mercedes is having no luck in this episode because I think her daughter is still grounded. The reason Patrice isn't picking up her phone is because she's too busy at church going off, you know. She's over there having the Holy Ghost and everything. Really speaking on that mic. She's trying to get the crowd going. But I don't think that's the only reason she wasn't answering. Now, Pastor Gilfield wasn't having it. He tries to get her to stop and she's not stopping. And then he calls her in the back room like, look, you need to stop doing stuff like this or you need to find another church. Now at the Pink, Mercedes is enjoying one of her last nights at the Pink, visiting with Coach, who gives her a new necklace with her name and diamonds for the pendant. Now backstage, things aren't going so well when Gidget lets it slip that the club might be closing down. All the girls are upset, obviously, and then Clifford tries to tell everyone to calm down, and then Mercedes walks in and hears what everyone's saying, and that's the end of the conversation, making it known she's been aware of the problem since the beginning. So now Gidget is mad at Mercedes because she didn't tell her what was going on. Mississippi is mad too. They're pretty upset that she kept it from them because they're her closest friends at the club. But Mercedes doesn't even feel bad for them since they've been blowing through their money and not carefully saving like she has over the years. Now Autumn Night is off work for the night and she confronts Andre about what she found on his laptop. She does apologize for going through his things, but also accuses him of being a hypocrite and screwing a bunch of people in the town over. She says that he screws everybody over. Now things get heated between them and Andre hits the lowest when he makes a comment on her kid, which reduces her to angry tears until she's swinging at him. He pretty much just holds her while she cries in his arms. Now she spends the night with him in his hotel room, although nothing happens between them. She does tell Andre that her daughter is gone, so she finally tells him the truth about her daughter. Now whether she's dead or she's with somebody from Autumn's past isn't clear yet. Now on her way out of the hotel room, Autumn runs her finger along the curve of Andre's wedding ring and she says she's lucky. So she's just telling Andre that his wife is lucky and she wished she had a man like him. After Autumn leaves Andre's, she touches herself up a little bit and gets ready for her next couple of scams. She does 2 more wire transfers and 2 more wigs that she uses. She takes $18,000 more from Lakeisha Savage's account. At the same time, Mercedes gets all dialed up for her final big dance. Now Uncle Cliff predicted that Mercedes would bring in a big amount of people. The traffic is backed up to the interstate. Mercedes really draws in a crowd. Everybody loves Mercedes. She's the OG for a reason. Now Little Murda shows up to the Pink, eager to impress her with his new song, which he hopes will put him on the map if she plays it during her last song. Diamond doesn't even want to let Little Murda in the club, but Uncle Cliff tells him that it's alright. Now Mercedes pulls up to the club and notices Autumn Night going into the club looking a little cocky. Mercedes is just like, look at this bitch, walking in like she's looking like she has like 10 stacks on her. But little does Mercedes know, Autumn Night actually does have like 10 stacks on her, probably more than that with all her fake wire transfers and stuff like that. Before going into the club, Mercedes tries to get in touch with Patrice one more time. It goes to voicemail and it says the voicemail is full. And to make matters worse, Sinclair shoots her a text to say she got a competing offer for the building and Mercedes only has until midnight to drop off the cashier's check. So this right here is stressing Mercedes out. You know, she's just stressing in this episode. She really wants that building for her dance crew. Now inside the Pink, Mercedes is touched to see that all the girls joined together to deck out her locker with sweet pictures and everything like that, congratulating her and wishing her well for the future. They also gift her a special new diamond. They give her a new outfit that she looks nice in. Now Gidget is still pissed off about earlier and blows her off as they get ready for the stage. But like, Gidget needs to get over it. She's been mad this whole episode, like, girl, get over it. Mississippi is a little more understanding but sad as she worries what will happen to her if the club goes under. She thinks Mercedes is stronger than her. She said without the Pink, she's not sure what other job she could get. Now, Little Murda is scheming, trying to convince DJ Never Scared to play his track, but he's terrified of doing something to disrupt Mercedes' last dance. He suggests the rapper just wait, but he specifically wants Mercedes' blessing. Once she makes her grand entrance into the room in the VIP section to meet up with Coach, who managed to sneak out of the house again, he really had that ankle monitor on him and he snuck out to go see Mercedes. He congratulates her and wishes her the best. Before taking the stage, Mercedes continues making her rounds. She hands the new necklace from Coach over to L, Big L in the office, I'm guessing so he can cash it in for the club. Then she says her goodbyes to Uncle Cliff, which is brief and brutal. She even offers to stay, but he knows he's gotta let her go. He told Mercedes to turn around and you know, her big ass is just standing there and he's like, that's how I wanna remember you. And she gets all emotional and everything. He says that's what a boss bitch does, throw out baby birds. Then we see Patrice and she steps on one of the last dance flyers. She finally calls Mercedes back. Mercedes tells Patrice not to come to the strip club and just go to the nearby Kroger, you know, instead of coming to the club because she doesn't want everybody seeing what they're doing. Before she leaves, her and Autumn Night have a few more words. You know, Autumn Night's pretty much just saying that she's going to be taken over. So Autumn is definitely going to try to step up and replace Mercedes on her way out the door. Now we see Little Murda and his friend Pico or whatever, you know, they get into an argument. Pico suggests he's a punk that gets used by lots of people in town. And we know exactly what he's talking about. We know exactly. Now Little Murda starts throwing punches and gets himself kicked out by Diamond. He was mad as hell that his friend said this. And then Uncle Cliff comes out to get Little Murda, and this right here, man, is the most disturbing part of the episode. Little Murda and Uncle Cliff go in the office, they go in the back of the strip club, and they start smashing. And this was the worst scene I ever seen in TV history. And I don't know why this scene lasted so long, but they had sex in the back room. And I haven't seen a sex scene this long and I don't know how long. I had to turn my head and everything. This was just so disturbing. And Uncle Cliff was like, no, you ain't gonna be getting up in it and everything. And this dude pulls out a condom and it was just so disturbing. I literally had to turn my head, man. This was too much for my eyes. I hope we never got to see this again between Uncle Cliff and Little Murda, Little Gay Murda. Like, no, I'm cool on that. But at the same time this was going on, it showed Miss Mississippi out there dancing, and I gotta say I really love this dance. She killed it, man. She killed it. I love seeing her on that pole. You know, M.I. Crooked Letter. She really did her thing and she killed it. They had Miss Mississippi go out there because they said Mercedes wasn't gonna be doing her last dance because she was missing. And we knew where she went. She went to go meet up with her mom at the Kroger's. Now this part right here, this is the kicker right here. I knew something bad was gonna happen with Patrice and Mercedes. You know, This was just like I expected. That evil woman of a mother, she swooped in and bought Mercedes' gym from under her with her own money, and she said she was planning to use it for her new church. She said since God told her she deserved her own church. I did not blame Mercedes one bit for attacking her mom in that parking lot. She deserved it, and she kind of deserves a lot worse than that. Like, how you about to steal your own daughter's money just to buy a church? When you knew it was your daughter's dream to buy a building for her dance crew or whatever, you're gonna do that and steal her building? Like, that's some low down dirty shit, and that's just messed up. So I do not blame Mercedes for trying to mess her mother up, man. That was seriously messed up. Now, what's gonna happen between Mercedes and her mother in the next episode? We gotta wait and see, because from the trailer it looks like they're both gonna be in jail, and I just can't wait to see what happens with the two of them. But I thought this was a solid episode. You know, the last part of the episode disturbed me really bad. It really disturbed me. But overall, it was a good episode. It was a solid episode. I thought it was good. What did you guys think of this episode? Comment down below and let me know what you thought of episode 4 of P-Valley. I'll be continuing to bring you guys more P-Valley content in the future. If you guys want to donate to the channel to help support the channel, I got links in the description to do so. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and smash the notification bell so you can never miss a video. I'm gonna get out of here, y'all. It's your boy Futuristic Mike, and I'll talk to you on the next one. I'm out. Peace.